Vibes. Are you catching them? 2019, that's what the Niners are saying. 2019 vibes. When they would get a feel for that pass rush swarming or that run defense or that run offense just overwhelming people. 2019 vibes. When you see Jimmy Garoppolo complete a pass for 13 yards and Deebo Samuel runs for 50 after that, 2019 vibes. But when you see 3 players go down with season-ending injuries, week 1, 2020 vibes. And it's hard because the vibes are competing. Which vibes are you picking up, Rob?
Unfortunately, I'm picking up a bit of both at this point. Certainly the 49ers moves in the preseason, in the offseason, are indicative of 2019 vibes, that they believe that it's 2019 vibes. When you say to yourself, you know what, we're going to keep Jimmy on the roster at $27 million, and we're going to start him even though we invested a hell of a lot into this rookie quarterback, that's 2019 vibes.
2019 vibes.
If you sign a significant number of vets to a 1-year deal, kicking the can down the road, what is that, Grant?
2019 vibes.
Yes, indeed. When you bring back a lot of high potential players, but they are high injury risks, what is that, Grant?
2019 vibes.
There it is. So yes, those things to me scream 2019 vibes. And week 1 with the injuries scream 2020 vibes. It was painful, right? It's critical players at critical positions, one of which I will say, I think that we're incredibly deep in the running back room, and as talented as Mostert is and as special of a player as he is, and that's a heartbreaking loss for me, being a big fan of him, and the human aspect of it is very tough. But I do think that we have the talent there. However, when you start to look at other position groups, in particular that thin secondary, you have to wonder if the 49ers will be able to overcome it. Now, the front office is stuck on 2019 vibes, and so it does seem like they are going to patch any holes that spring up in the boat, right? See some water spring up through the bottom of the boat, throw a patch on it, throw a Band-Aid on it, spend some money. And to me, it raises the issue of, in 2020, what we did was a bunch of Band-Aids that it turned out didn't make the 49ers relevant. Mm-hmm. But what it did do was hamstring them this year in the ability to go out and get quality free agents. Because Steven Nelson, who's going to be playing on Sunday, isn't going to be playing for the 49ers because they couldn't afford to sign him. They couldn't afford any cornerback depth.
That's true. That's true.
So if we continue to have these injuries, will the 49ers foolishly chase after this dream that it's 2019 and we are going to have our revenge tour that we couldn't have last year? Or
hold on. Here's why it's complicated, Rob. They won.
Tell me.
They won. In 2020, they lost week 1. And it was DEFCON 4 from the minute they lost that game to Arizona. Niner fans were freaking out. And then Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt like 5 minutes into the next game. I mean, that was last year. So the wheels fell off last year freaking immediately. And, they almost fell off week 1. They almost had the most dramatic collapse I've ever seen, ever, in an NFL game. They were that close. But it didn't happen. They won. They won, and they're 1-0, and they could be 3-0. Yes. They could be 3-0 real quick. So I don't know. Look, I was really down on this on the 2019 team, too. Going into the offseason, into the training camp, I wrote them off 6-10. And then when they won their first 2 games, I was like, okay, but it was the Bucks and it was the Bengals. And then they blew out the Browns. I was like, all right, but Freddie Kitchens sucks. You're 3-0. Okay. But I'm not even impressed yet. And then they beat the Steelers without Joe Staley while committing 5 turnovers. And I was like, damn, they're 4-0. And then they were 8-0. And then they went to the Super Bowl. So it was kind of like, if you remember, it was not real clear that 2019 vibes were that we didn't get the 2019 vibes in 2019 until like almost 2020. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you didn't realize how special the team was right away. It took a while to and that could be the case here. It would seem like it'd be flip the script on this one, that if we have some 2019 vibes. It's 2019, but with a twist that it's more the offense being able to perform at the level that the defense performed in 2019, because I cannot see this defense being as dominant as I had originally predicted it at the beginning of the year. The concern with Kinlaw being healthy all year, that changes the game on being able to stop the run. And if you can't stop the run in this league, God help you. God help you.
Right. I just, what I'm not getting 2019 vibes on, the defense at all. At all. The 2019 defense was one of the best defenses in franchise history. It was really freaking good. From the coaching to the players to the depth, everything. This one, I mean, with Verrett and Salah, they could have been their best defense yet.
Yes.
I mean, Verrett plus Bosa, I mean, they didn't really ever have that. Plus Salah, but they don't. Verrett's out, Salah's gone. Now, I mean, D'Amico probably does certain things very well, but we'll see. We will see what this secondary and this coaching staff can do. Not getting 2019 vibes there. Or even 2020 vibe, because that was a top 5 defense last year. I'm just saying.
It was. I think that this defense can still be very formidable. I just don't see it as that elite defense that I was predicting at the beginning of the year, because that was predicated on staying healthy, and week 1 obliterated that hope.
You know what the vibes I'm getting are? 2021 vibes. I just started picking them up right now. I guarantee you that's what they are. 2021 vibes. It'll be very interesting to see how they manifest. I think it's going to have to be a really good offense, man. Really good.
It's going to need to be 2016 Falcons good.
That's a lot of pressure on whichever quarterback. Probably Jimmy. Jimmy, go be Matt Ryan. Maybe. My dad thinks. Did you hear my dad this week?
No, I haven't yet.
So I was making a case that the Eagles are good. I was like, look, man, I mean, they just ruined Matt Ryan week 1. Ruined Matt Ryan. I mean, he threw for like 140 yards, and I think Matt Ryan's is better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Matt Ryan's. And my dad's like, whoa. Matt Ryan's a loser. I was like, oh, okay.
Ooh, Lowell.
Whoa, what? Matt Ryan? I mean, he played a lot better in the Super Bowl he lost than Jimmy did. I'm just saying. But okay, loser. But no, really, I mean, 140 yards, Jimmy. They can't put the game in Jimmy's hands. They got to run the ball really well, and that means Debo has to be a hell of a running back, and Kittle has to 10 catches. Kittle, you need 10 catches, I think, in this game. 10.
Abuse those linebackers. They are there for it.
That's right. Grant, doesn't Sherfield look like the best catching passes from Lance? Maybe Kyle loves Lance and trying to set him up with sure-handed wide receiver. I want to say something real quick about Sherfield. So they didn't use Ayuk last week. They made him run routes, 26, no targets. And afterward, they're like, well, he missed a little time with a hamstring. And Sherfield is just so good. And what they said was, Sherfield is better than any backup Ayuk's ever had. And I'm thinking, that sounds normal. That sounds reasonable. Well, who was Ayuk's backup last year?
Kendrick Bourne?
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne. Look, all due respect to Trent Sherfield, who's having I like Trent Sherfield. He's a great story. He's not that yet. Kendrick Bourne has more than 100 catches in the NFL. He just got his second contract. He's got millions of dollars. Trent Sherfield is a good story who had 5 catches last year and 2 catches so far this year. I think is a little disrespectful and a little disingenuous to say the reason, not disrespectful, is straight up disingenuous to say the reason that Ayuk didn't get a single target is because Trent Sherfield is miles beyond what Kendrick Bourne was and is. That's not what the issue is. It's something with Ayuk. Don't give me that.
Yeah. Don't get this twisted. I mean, Kendrick Bourne was a clutch wide receiver. The third down catches, a red zone target. I mean, yeah, let's not disrespect KB. The dancing
alone.
Come on.
It was phenomenal, as my dad would say. Phenomenal. I love that.